And good morning all. Welcome to a humid, sticky Saturday morning's outdoors. And my name is Paul K. We are on the Cape Cod Canal fishing for striped bass. And it is pretty sticky out here this morning. It's a cloudy, overcast day, or morning, shall I say. At least that's a bonus, because when that sun comes out, it's not going to be pleasant. But it's summer. That's what we get here in New England. We get summer. So we're trying to catch striped bass out of the Cape Cod Canal here. So coming up, fishing reports and hopefully a little bit of luck. And the wind is out of the southwest today at around 11 miles per hour. We are working on the west tide. The tide is coming from Cape Cod Bay and going to Buzzards Bay. So when the tide turns west, it's high tide going down. When the tide turns east, it's low tide coming up. So east up, west down. That's the key to figuring it out on a canal as opposed to an open beach. Barometric pressure is rising from 3000 even this morning, and it's supposed to be warm today and the next few days, I guess. High humidity. Whoops, something just literally jumped over here. Maybe it was a cormorant, I don't know. But we're coming up on the new moon, and there's a few guys out this morning, so hopefully that's good news for fish. I'm just looking in this direction. And I want to mention, stay tuned. I'm going to reveal the 3 must-have lures for the canal in this sesh. So if you're coming down the canal at any time, this is standard, mandatory, must-have lures for fishing the canal. So stay tuned for that. Comparatively to last week, it's boat traffic is obviously way down. It's like everyone got July 4th out of their system, and it's a lot quieter in here, boat traffic-wise. There's a lot of fishermen, a lot of bike guys around, patrolling up and down and all that, and but the boat traffic's down. It's good, and this being the westerly tide, not my favorite. Next week will be the east, my favorite, but it's proven lucky so far, and I'm blessed. Yes. And fish on. Finally, Keepah, first keeper of the year. All right. Yeah, let's go. It's about time, is all I can say. Man, that's the first keeper this year. I'm keeping this one. I want some fish stew. Oh, I am so relieved to have caught that, because I don't know, all the fish this year seem on the small side, well sub 28 schoolie action. That's the first keeper slot that I've had this year, and that's going into the fish stew. I didn't keep any last year. I don't know if I kept any the year before. I may have, but now this one, I'm hungry for it. I'm halfway through my trout from the spring, and I did very well on trout, but having not taken any this year, last year for the striper, my mouth is watering for a good striper fish stew. So yes, there will be fish stew on the menu. Maybe I'll do a catch and cook or something, but I'm thrilled on that. Well, I'm looking on the saggy, and that is backed up, going on the Cape, on Cape. I was kind of looking forward to possibly seeing some tall ships coming through here this week, because it's Sail Boston this week, and maybe I'll take a trip into Castle Island, South Boston, to see them. But I was hoping to see some in here, and I haven't as yet seen any. You know, I've been here for about 2 hours now, and it's there's a list, Army Corps of Engineers, if you want to really know what's transiting the canal for large ships, and it would be on that, but I didn't look on it. That's what it said online anyway. It's listed with the Army Corps of Engineers who's going to pass through, so they can be ready. You know, the Army Corps of Engineers, you know, there's cameras all along through here, and they watch every move of every boat, every ship, you know, for security purposes. You know, but I didn't look on that list, and but it'd be really fun to see something like that. And fish on. You got a that's the magic of circle hooks. That was definitely on. He just got on pin just about 3/4 of the way in. Son of a gun. But at least so far, almost 2.5 hours, and one keeper and one swing and a miss. So let's go. Circle hook. Let's go. It's still cloudy, which is great. I don't want that sun to come out. It's going to be unbelievable. There's somewhat of a breeze too, which isn't bad. But as promised, in this portion of the show, I'm going to show you 3 of the absolute must-have iconic lures for the Cape Cod Canal. With these 3 lures, all time proven and tested and absolutely killer lures, each and every one, and it's going to be top, middle, and bottom, and that way you'll have it all covered. And there's many variations there, as you'll see, but these are the 3 top lures that you must have for the Cape Cod Canal. So the first one is a pencil. This is a pencil popper. This particular one is called a Keepah. Canal Bait and Tackle sells them. This, I have found, is the best bait for top water. We're on top water now, and the fish are breaking on top. And this imitates pogies and whatever it is that's breaking on top that they're pushing on top. But the reason why this lure is great, well, first off, it comes with 2 hooks. Take off the rear hook. That's your best bet. I mean the belly hook, and leave the rear hook on. They come with these extremely heavy duty, they're about 20 bucks, but they're called Keepah, and they're Canal Bait and Tackle. I am not sponsored by anybody. I don't give a crap where it comes from. All I want is for it to work. These work, and the lures that I show you work. So there's no sponsorship involved. No one's paying me to, but that's where you get these. There's a local made lures, but this style pencil, and there's 2 main factors what make it absolutely great, and that is this thing will go easily on the Van Staal, and probably on that conventional, easily 3/4 of the way across. So when you see breaking fish that are almost out of reach and they're on top, this is what you want to throw. And this is an absolute indispensable killer lure on breaking tides and when the fish are up on top. And so you got the reach, and the action of this lure is just incredible. So Keepah, Canal Bait and Tackle, has these. And this is almost kind of cheating, but this is a subcategory. We're on top. We're talking about top water, and this is the Daiwa Salt Pro Minnow in mackerel. And this only swims about 3 feet under, but when there's mack in here and they're feeding on top, this is absolutely a killer lure that will catch fish when you want to go slightly subsurface. This isn't in the top 3. This is just one of the standard baits here in the canal in matte color. I don't know if it was right for me to include this, but it's so good I have to. And the swimming action, the side to side. I've caught so many fish on this style shallow divers. And now we move to the middle of the column, and this is the venerable Sabile magic swimmer. And these things are magic. There's nothing to work in these things. You throw them out, they splat when they land, attracting the fish's attention, and you reel it in. This is the sinking one, and the action in the water is amazing. So most guys, anything around white, this is as close to mackerel as I can find. They have mackerel ones, but they sell out quick. But this thing, they work like crazy. It's a legend here at the canal. So Sabile magic swimmer. This is for the middle of the column of water. And another subcategory in the same class are these paddle tails. Everyone throws these. You don't do anything with these. You cast them out and reel them in. That's all you do. Reel them fast, reel them slow. And the action on these are incredible, and they really catch fish. So these are staples for the canal. But any of these style paddle tails, there's a built-in weight in there, and they really look alive when they're this size bait that's in the water. And the last category is bottom. So when you're jigging bottom, I love these. Any eel imitations, these like savage eels. This is a generic knockoff, but the savages are pricey, but they really, really work well. But these, you cast them way out, let them fall to the bottom, and you're not fishing it right unless you're bouncing on the bottom. You're going to lose a few, but that's fishing, and you're going to catch more than you lose though. But these style, and also jigs in this category, any of the jigs, the bucktail jigs, and heavyweights here at the canal, 3, 4, 5, 6 ounces to beat the tide. You want it to get down there so you can work it back. But these are imitating eels. Technically, they're imitating anything that swims down there, you know, at the bottom. You know, it looks like an eel, but it's imitating a fish or whatever. The fish bite them. So those are the 3 categories, and we'll have you covered from top to bottom in the canal. With just these lures, you will catch fish at the canal. You will catch fish. Top water, pencils, Q-bomb. Middle, Sabile style, middle swimming, and bottom jigs. And that's really all you need. And there's a million variations and a million subdivisions of each one, and variations and colors and all that. White for daytime, black for nighttime. Can't go wrong. That bird's feeding on a school of baitfish right here. They're here. Alright, so look at the boats. They're just lined up, and some of them have the 250th flag, so they're probably going for the state Sail Boston deal. But I'm on my 5th mackerel, and that'll be it for this week on Saturday Mornings Outdoors. The fish are here if you want to be here catching fish. And look at this yacht. Geez, these are beautiful, some of these. The fish are here, and there's still rain bait in the water. There's birds everywhere. I got me a Keepah, and I'm gonna make me some fish chowder. So every week, if you can't get down here, come on along, and you're welcome, more than welcome to come. I think that's an Irish flag on that one. I don't know if that's a World Cup thing or the guys just, I don't know. But you're more than welcome to come along, and please smash that like and subscribe button. That really helps the channel a lot. Oops, rod's kind of, oh, it's just waves. That's just waves. Please smash that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next week. This guy's coming right for me. Look at him. What in the world? Gonna smash into the rocks. Look at this nitwit. He's literally like 20 yards from shore. That jerk. Yep, right over my lines. Thank you, sir. We will see you next week, folks, if I make it out of here alive. Look at them. There must have been 25 boats in the past, literally 3 minutes. And as always, don't forget to say your prayers. Jesus is waiting to hear from you. We'll see you next week. Have a good week. See ya.